the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I hope you had an awesome weekend. I am well rested and ready to go, but today we have a lot of piping hot tea to spill, so make sure you get yourself a beverage and a drink. Sit back and relax because I got some royalty coming your way. So my question for you today is, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? That is a question that Prince Harry has been dodging his entire life. So according to unnamed sources, it has been leaked that Harry is going to address who his real father is in his upcoming memoir that is set to be released sometime in 2022. Now, as you know, Harry's entire life has been dogged by rumors and conspiracy theories and speculations that James Hewitt could possibly be his father. We all know that Princess Diana and James Hewitt had an affair while she was married to Harry's father, Prince Charles, from 1986 until 1992. If you don't know who James Hewitt is, he was a red-headed polo player who was around the boys when they were young and had an affair with Princess Diana. Now, a lot of people were beginning to speculate because Harry looks a lot like James Hewitt. They do share a commonality in both having red hair, which is really not that common, and they do kind of look alike in the facial features. However, I personally do not believe that James Hewitt is his father. First of all, Harry was born in 1984, and the affair with James Hewitt and Princess Diana was from 1986 until 1992. We also have the royal DNA testing that is performed on every royal baby in the line of succession. The royal family is obsessed with bloodlines and making sure that only natural-born children of a royal are on the line of succession. That is why, in my opinion, the weirdness of Harry and Meghan's children and their births and the secrecy kind of opens up a whole can of worms. And we'll get into that in a minute. So another story that is related to the DNA testing with Harry is the fact that, one, Archie also had to undergo a DNA test upon his birth, and according to an unnamed source, there is a story that the very first DNA testing of Archie came out unconclusive, meaning they could not confirm or deny if Harry was actually his father. So apparently Harry became extremely livid. He accused the third party who conducted these royal DNA testing of trying to insinuate that his wife Meghan was unfaithful and that Archie wasn't his biological child. Now, we all know that Meghan is a bit flirty when it comes to the males around her. You see her very cheekily on these talk shows, being doe-eyed and moving her hair very seductively. If you ever watch the Craig Ferguson interview, it's cringeworthy how flirtatious she is. Also, there's the pictures of her and Serena Williams' husband at Wimbledon. She's a very, very charming and flirtatious woman, especially around men. She just somehow gets their attention. I think she did it to Piers Morgan. She was very, very flirty. So Meghan is very charming when it comes to men. She has a way of making them feel special and they get very enamored with her. So when Harry found out that the very first DNA testing did not prove he was Archie's father, he was pissed. They actually had to do a second royal DNA testing where it was then confirmed that Harry was in fact his father. Now, of course, there's a lot of controversy, a lot of conspiracies. People still believe that they used a surrogate. And to be honest with you, I'm still on the fence. I'm 50-50. I personally believe that Meghan was the mother. She did carry Archie. However, there's a lot of weirdness and inconsistencies around the birth of their child. If you want, you can watch a previous video that I did called The Weird Things About Meghan Markle's Pregnancies. The weird thing with the bump, how it would move and grow and get smaller, and just the secrecy of their birth. Everything with this couple is just really strange when it comes to their children. And you wonder, why is everything so secretive? Why is everything so weird? Well, when I told you the royal family is obsessed with the royal bloodline, and to be in the line of succession, you have to be proven to be a legitimate royal heir. Meaning, if Harry and Meghan used a surrogate, that child would no longer be in the line of succession. If they adopted a child, unfortunately, that child could not be in the line of succession. It has to be birthed from a royal family member, meaning Meghan has to give birth or that child would not be legitimate in the eyes of the line of succession, which is unfortunate. I feel like they should update that, because what if Harry and Meghan couldn't conceive? They shouldn't have a stigma. They should be able to get a surrogate or use in vitro or adopt a child. But when it comes to the British line of succession, the child has to be born of a natural birth. And so the fact that there's a lot of secrecy and a lot of hiding makes people kind of wonder, are they covering it up? Are they covering up the surrogacy and pretending that Meghan gave birth so Archie could stay in the line of succession? Now, to me, that would make a lot of sense as to why there's a lot of weirdness in regards to her pregnancies. They got to keep that under wraps. But again, that's just a conspiracy theory. So when Harry ran the second test, it came back and proved he was, in fact, the father of Archie, so therefore Archie could be in the line of succession. Now, when Lilibet Diana was born, she was born in the States. So I don't know if they did a royal paternity DNA test on Lilibet. Again, there's a lot of weirdness surrounding the birth of Lily, and the fact that 4 months after her birth, nobody has seen one photo of this child. Again, everything with this couple and their babies and their pregnancies is extremely weird. So again, all the conspiracy theories are just running rampant, and we have to be honest, they don't help themselves because they don't squash any of the rumors and they never provide any proof. So according to the unnamed source in Harry's upcoming memoir, he's going to address the rumors about Charles not being his father. He's going to reveal who his real father is. Now, I can guarantee you 100% it's going to be Charles, because there is no way in hell, even if he knew for a fact that Charles was not his father, he would never come out publicly and tell people, by the way, Charles isn't my father, but I'm the Duke of Sussex. There's no way, because Harry and Meghan's meal ticket is based on his status in the royal family of being Prince Harry and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Without their royal connection and without their royal titles, these two are absolutely nothing. So there's no way in hell he's going to come out and reveal his quote-unquote real father and it be anybody but Prince Charles. Because like I stated, they do a royal paternity test and they do a DNA. Now, however, if it was revealed during that DNA a long time ago that Harry wasn't his child, would they publicly come out and say, oh, by the way, Diana, Harry's not, Charles's son, so, we're just going to take Harry off the line of succession, no big deal. It would be a royal scandal. So I'm wondering if, in fact, it was proven that Charles wasn't his father, Would the royal family just not tell anybody? I personally don't think they would reveal that, because how awful. Because Charles and Diana remained married for, 10, 12 years after Harry's birth. So I couldn't imagine that they would announce to the world that Diana was unfaithful. This was way before the affair was even known. So who knows, right? Who knows? But I personally believe that Harry is Charles's son. He doesn't look like Charles. William doesn't look like Charles. He looks like Diana. But if you look at the Spencer line, they do have a lot of redheads. And there was a picture of Harry looking like Prince Philip when he was younger with a beard. Again, when it comes to genetics, genetics can be a very weird thing. Just because your parents look a certain way doesn't mean the kids are going to look identical to their parents. All three of my siblings look completely different from my parents. None of us look alike. But if you look closely, we have like the same forehead, the same mouth, the same nose. If you look at us at a certain angle, there's a lot of commonality. But my sister has red hair and blue eyes. She inherited that from my grandmother. I have brown hair, brown eyes. My brother has hazel eyes. We all have different genetics, but we came from the same two parents. So when it comes to Harry and William, they don't look anything alike, but they came from the same two parents. One of them favored Diana, one of them favored a little bit of Charles and more of the Spencers. So when it comes to DNA genetics, it can be a wide range of what you're going to inherit from your bloodline. Maybe you're going to look like your grandparents more than your parents. So a lot of people have given Harry a hard time, saying, oh, you have red hair, then you must be the son of James Hewitt. So I can understand his entire life. He's had to dodge the conspiracy theories and the rumors. So in his upcoming book, he's going to name his real father. I always think of Star Wars when Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father. So I really guarantee you guys it's not going to be a bombshell, and he is not going to name anybody but Prince Charles. And if he does, then he is dumber than a box of rocks. Dumber than a box of rocks, because that would be the end of his line of succession, and Archie and Lilibet would be cut off immediately. Because like I said, when it comes to the royal bloodline, the royals don't mess around. They are one of the strictest royal families out there. Compared to the other European royals, the British royal family is one of the strictest. You know, you look at the Monaco royals and they have children out of wedlock. They have love babies on the side, illegitimate children. That doesn't happen in the royal family. That does not happen in the royal family with the British. Nope, not happening. And if it does, it's sure as hell not out in the public. You know what I mean? The Monaco royals are messy. They just let it all hang out. But not the British royals. Of course, we have Andrew, but that's a whole other story. But all the other ones are very, you get married and then you have the baby. They're very, very traditional. They're not having babies out of wedlock in this group of people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see who's your daddy and who this big reveal is going to be in Harry's book. I personally do not believe it's going to be a bombshell. I believe he's going to say it's Charles. He's just going to discuss the rumors and the controversy and how it affected his life. But I know for a fact he's not going to come out and name anybody but Prince Charles, because that would end the gravy train of money that they're using on their titles. So what do you guys think of this new bombshell revelation that's going to come out in Harry's memoir? Do you think he's going to name anybody but Prince Charles as his father? And what do you think about the DNA testing on Archie? Leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, because it really helps the channel. We have reached a little over 2,300 subscribers. Thank you so much. Please help me get to 5,000 subscribers. Once we get to 5,000 subscribers, I would like to do a big giveaway as a special thank you to all of you for supporting me. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok. Stay tuned, guys. I have some more videos coming your way. Thank you and have an amazing day.